You're supposed to be going.
Epic Thread! Epic Thread!
Stop.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Epic Thread!
All right, you ready? Mm-hmm. Let's do this thing.
All right.
All right, hello. Hello, Linda.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, it's Linda.
Good to see you, neighbor.
Who are you? What is this? What are we doing?
We are recording a podcast.
Nice.
Season 2.
All right, get into that thing. So it's episode 8 in 3, 2.
Hey, I'm Linda, also known as Cackles.
And I'm Steve, the procrastinating mumbler. It's season 2 of Epic Threads.
Woo!
Season 2. It's been so long. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
This is that periodic podcast where you and I check in on those silly and baffling and hilarious and often unbelievable threads we get to see on the interwebs. That's just information for anybody who's new to this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Because I know there's dozens of you who don't know of this.
Just a few.
This is episode 8, yeah? A neck above the rest, meta sweaters, and a bronze selfie causes a stir. That's what we're going to get into today.
Yes.
Are we feeling ready?
We are ready.
Excellent, excellent. All right, for those longtime listeners and anyone else, we're going to start this thing with what we call backstitches, and that's some follow-up. So what do we have for follow-up? Do we have anything on this
I
one?
don't think we have any follow-up.
I don't think so either. I mean, I guess, it was a long time ago. A long time ago. It was September when we did the last one.
Was it?
Yeah, it's painful.
Ooh.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, I know you've missed us.
Bird, I guess scooters are still in town.
They are. I've seen them a bunch, and I was in D.C., and now they have Lime scooters all over the place.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Yeah,
So
we'll see how that phenomenon goes. But
the pothole got fixed on
I saw
Burnham
that.
Avenue.
Meanwhile, our street got torn up and fixed and torn up and fixed
Exactly.
like 50 times. All's well in next door in north side of Richmond. We really should do just a next door, just general discussion of the next door threads around here because they are random.
We can. Yeah, there is
that's where
enough.
it all started.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. What else we got? Any other follow-up? Anybody contact us?
Yeah, we got an email that I didn't tell you about, Steve.
Uh-oh.
So
I'm scared.
we've been getting some spam in our email account.
I'm super scared.
And so that I just delete right away. But so yesterday, as a matter of fact, we got an email from Bulk Comments Network.
Bulk Comments Network.
Yes.
Oh.
So I found it quite
It
ironic.
bodes well. Bulk Comments.
Yes,
Good.
I know. Usually I stutter over it. Dan from Bulk Comments Network.
What's up, Dan?
And he was offering to us, they specialize in providing relevant comments from real people. So I just found it interesting. He wanted to get us comments from real people, and here we are commenting on other people's comments.
How can we hack this? Is there a way to hack this? We should reach out to him.
I got his number. I got all his information. He's going to help us with our SEO and our engagement and our social signals.
No, but we should really press him on if he can get up people commenting on our threads and see if he's cluing in at all.
I think he wants some money for that, and we don't have any.
But even if we just have a preliminary call with him to ask him the question, it might be worth recording. We're going to record this conversation, Dan.
I just thought it was very
That's awesome.
ironic.
All right. Great.
Okay.
Thanks for that. All right. So let's get into it. We're going to do our, as you all remember from season 1, we do quick stitches where we go into something we've seen on the interwebs with good comments and do some just quick analysis, quick sharing. So I think I'm going to go first on this one. Is that right?
Sure.
Oh, wait. Before we do that, Linda, how would people get in touch with us, crazy jokers?
Oh, yeah. So on Facebook, you can go to Epic Threads Podcast, search that. On Twitter, we are Threads Epic. And you can email us at info@epicthreadspodcast.com. That's where Dan found us from.
That's where Dan got us?
Yes.
Thanks. That's so good. I'm glad. What was the name of the URL again?
Bulk Comments Network.
Bulk Comments Network.
Yes. We've also gotten some other yucky spam. So
Oof, yuck.
those people don't need to comment.
We need our IT specialists, a.k.a. Art,
Yes.
to get on this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, so for my quick stitch, I want to talk about, I know it's probably, it's roughly 2 years after this really made a splash on the interwebs, but I just found out about it recently. And it's all about our good friend, Sam Barsky, who is an amazing human being.
Oh, he's
Don't
so
you think?
cute, too.
Oh, I love it.
Uh-huh.
So Sam is basically a guy who knits a sweater of a place or an event and then takes a sweater, puts it on, and gets a picture taking of himself at said location or event.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm not even kidding. And by knit a sweater, I mean literally hand knits a sweater with the scene, with all the different colors. It's like basically designing with a sweater. So I'm just going to play this video because I just love him so much. This is on his Facebook page. He's facebook.com color knit. Pretty straightforward.
I'm Sam Barsky. This is probably the first time I've done a live video in a while. As most of you know, I've had quite a lot of media attention in the past week. It's kept me busy and taken away a lot of my knitting time. It's something I'm trying to get a hold of. What I'm working on now, right here, is a Groundhog Day sweater. The plan is for the design is to have like a tree stump. This is the one sweater in which it won't have an official back or front. It's going to be reversible, and is to have this design here. There's the tree stump. There's going to be a groundhog up here, and then on one side there will be a shadow, and one side no shadow. And the idea is that however the groundhog holds it that year, I'll wear that side on the front.
I love him.
Oh, I know. He has traveled so many places. He's traveled all over the world.
Yeah. So my favorite of all of them on that point is the Stonehenge.
Uh-huh.
So I just to be clear, what we got here is Sam will knit a sweater of Stonehenge, his interpretation of Stonehenge, put that sweater on, stand in front of Stonehenge, take a picture.
Yes. My favorite is his Rosh Hashanah sweater, aka apple tree sweater, because he made a matching dress for his wife. And there's a picture of both of them, and they're so cute.
I know, I love this guy so much. He's done, let's just other examples. He has a generic wedding sweater.
Yes.
That he busts out. And he makes a point to say they're at the casual wedding.
Yes, casual, informal. He also currently has a calendar and pillows available for sale.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I love it. If we ever do a Patreon for this podcast, we should get a bunch of those. That'll be a gift for people who do Patreon.
Yes.
Anyhow, very much recommend you guys check him out. He is a sweetheart. My wife, Kristen, pointed out that she has been trying to knit a sweater and it's taken her a year. So his output is incredible. Like the amount of these things. And we're not talking like 12. He's got like 50 or 60 sweaters. So
his Hanukkah sweater too has glow in the dark flames.
Oh God, I love him.
I know, I do too.
Sam, you're awesome. You made my life happier. I think everybody should go look at his fabulous Facebook page.
Colorknit.com. He has 50,000 followers.
Oh, does he have a URL? Colorknit.com?
He does. Colorknit.com.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's awesome. All right, go check him out. He's awesome. What do you got for a quick stitch today?
Okay, so Kelly Gallagher is someone who I follow on Twitter.
Kelly Gallagher, okay.
He is a former teacher, and now he speaks on to other teachers on reading and writing with kids. He's constantly doing book talks, going to conferences, talking about how to get kids engaged in reading and writing. So he put up this picture. It's a bronze statue of two girls doing a selfie with a cell phone.
Oh.
And they're even doing like the typical teenage, like part squat, hands on their thighs.
Oh, right.
You have teenage girls,
yes.
Steve. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep. Just on the way home today, I looked over at Erica, and she's taking a picture in the passenger seat. I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's got Snapchat. I'm like, "Oh my God."
Right. Why? So Kelly wrote on this picture, "I'm going to pretend I didn't see this."
Yeah.
And so it was only had 35 comments, 29 retweets, but 300 likes.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were really upset about this.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I'm sick now. Maybe it was inspired by the Chainsmokers song, but first let me take a selfie.
Right.
It's titled The Non-Thinker. And so then someone said, well, you're not going to like this. And they posted, so when you go to order your school ring, you can get, like if you're a football player, you can get the football on the side, lacrosse player, band. Yeah. They have a cell phone now that you can put on the side of your school ring.
Well, engraved in the side of the ring.
Yes.
Oh my God. Like just as a cell phone. Like you're good at texting.
I guess so, yes. You're a pro texter, Snapchatter. But then the comments turned positive. Yeah. And they talked about this man in Sugar Land, Texas, who commissioned these 9 bronze statues of life in Sugar Land, Texas. And
oh,
so,
that's cool.
Yeah, so
context
he
is everything.
believed
Yeah.
this was the sign of our times.
Yeah.
So it was just interesting how everybody was so upset, but then when you hear about this great man who donated these 9 bronze statues and just wanted people to know. But someone also did bring up a good point that artists have been taking selfies for years, thousands of years. There's Van Gogh has a selfie of himself. So they were trying to make it intellectual.
Well, I also I may need to do a search or good listeners, maybe somebody who is smarter than me in art history. I wonder if there was, 18th century, some bronze statue that was like a contemporary that people were all pissed about.
Maybe.
Because, I don't know, there was a certain style of clothing or something that was bronzed into it, but now it's just a bronze statue.
Yeah.
You imagine, 100, 200 years, people look at this statue and they may just be like, look at that crazy phone technology they used back then.
Look at that antique phone. They're taking pictures with it.
It may just be another thing. That's awesome.
So it was just interesting how it was negative and then it turned to positive.
Yeah, I like it. We'll
That's
have a
what I
link
liked
to these threads on our show notes and all that stuff. You can check them out. All right, thanks for sharing. So that was Sugarland, Texas, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Well, we've got our whole cloth.
Yes. So our whole cloth is our big story that has received the most comments, shares, likes, hit the internet hard.
Yep. This one comes to us from Escambia County Sheriff's Office. So, you know how these sheriff's departments post, as a deterrent, post mugshots? Mm-hmm. They have a steady thread of mugshots. Fortunately, I think for the felon rights or just in general, they don't tend to put the person's name. They certainly haven't put this this mugshots person's name on this one. I will just say you did a little bit, you did a lot deeper dive, but just generally speaking, just so you know, this mugshot got 194,000 comments and 34,000 shares.
Right. When I looked on Sunday, Steve, it's gotten 70,000 comments since Sunday.
Since Sunday?
Since Sunday, because it was 124.
Oh, no way.
As of Sunday.
Somebody must have posted about it. Oh,
yes,
my gracious.
because this has been around for a couple
November,
weeks now.
No, since November.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At least, that's what it's on there. So, here, long story short, Escambia County Sheriff's Office posts this picture, and there's really no way around me describing this guy physically. So, generally speaking, diversity's great. The humanity comes in all sorts of shapes and sizes, and this guy either has the tiniest head or no joke, the biggest neck you have ever seen in your life.
Yes.
Like, it is a tree trunk of a neck with a tiny little head on top of it. I based on his shoulders, I think the guy's totally ripped. So I think I think it's just all muscle.
Yeah.
And it's all tatted up. Anyhow,
a lot of people commented maybe he swallowed a traffic cone. He was also referred to as Patrick from SpongeBob.
So just generally, Linda's giving you a flavor here. The internet did such a good job, such a wonderful job on comments. So I'm going to it's sort of curated in Facebook with, the most relevant on top. So let's just run through some of these, okay? Wonder when his next court date is.
I liked, imagine him drinking milk. By the time it reaches the bottom of his neck, it'll be expired.
The best tattoo he could come up with was blessed. Dude could have fit supercalifragilisticexpialidocious with room to spare. Hashtag wasted opportunity.
Someone wrote, he probably swallowed the old lady who swallowed the dog to catch the cat, who swallowed the cat to catch the rat, swallowed the rat to catch the bat, swallowed the bat to catch the spider, swallowed the spider to catch the fly. Perhaps he'll die.
Head, neck, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Me. My throat is really sore. Doctor. Okay, let's have a walk around and see what's going on.
He didn't choose V-necks. V-necks chose him.
That's not an Adam's apple. It's an Adam's orchard.
His turtleneck got stretch marks.
Can someone notify his neck of kin?
I think I know him. He's from my neck of the woods.
My man probably has to take his pulse with his whole hand instead of his 2 fingers.
And then I really like, we can go on,
Yes.
literally we could go on for hours, but I really, really very much like this one. This is Rakeem Hicks says, this is a beautiful thing. Everyone coming together with the neck jokes, LOL. And that alone got 18,000 likes. So, anyhow, like I said, everybody's on board. Take a swirl around these things. You know, again, we don't know anything about the crime, and we don't know anything about this particular mugshot, other than, my God, this guy's got a neck. Like,
He really does.
Doesn't quit. I mean, you'll have to look at it. We'll post it on there. Anything else? What kind of... you did a tally.
I did.
And bless you for going so deep into this. So what?
It was snowing on Sunday, and so I didn't have much to do.
All right.
Out of the 174,000 comments, I only got through 600. And I only got through the regular comments, not the replies to comments. So just the ones that are right there.
Yeah, all right. Okay, I'm with you.
So out of the 600 that I went through, there were 111 puns. Necks of kin, lots of necks, flicks, and chill.
Oh, nice.
Lots
nice.
of play
yes,
on
yes.
neck.
Yeah, of course.
240 general jokes about his neck.
Yeah.
He doesn't wear a necklace. He wears a belt. He wears
Right,
a hula hoop. 23 about his tattoo.
Yeah, you got to go there.
Yes. 5 referring to SpongeBob. 5 referring to his Adam's apple. And 5 about Popeye's biscuits. That he can eat a whole biscuit. I don't know. I've never had a Popeye's biscuit.
Huh. Okay.
So
I'm gonna have to, maybe if somebody can explain that one to us.
right.
Let me go back to the can you help me out, because I'm not a big I don't have deep SpongeBob lore.
Okay, either do I.
You don't. Okay.
No.
Do you know anything about the
So
reference?
Patrick is the starfish.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Yep, with you. That's all you need,
Okay,
because it's
so
a star.
that's
top of
what
a
it
star.
is you
Yeah.
know, the head of
Yeah.
the starfish. And then a lot of people talked about it's like when you draw a face on your thumb.
Yeah.
That's what
and
he
then there was
looks
a
like.
reference to Men in Black, where the alien gets its head shut off and it's growing back.
Yes.
It does. That is legitimately what it looks like.
Yes, totally.
All right. Yeah. Well, thanks for going through all those comments. You didn't want to do all 170?
No, I thought I could get through them, but they were pretty funny. There were some laugh out loud.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's great.
And it's just amazing how much people don't read previous comments, because like I said, there was lots of necks of kin, lots of necks, flicks, and I can't even say it. Necks, flicks, and chill. So people just put it in there. And I do the same thing when I comment too.
I love it. Okay, cool. All right. So that's the show, I think.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how people can, interact with us.
Yeah.
I will say, it's a big appeal. We are able to do this show when people share stuff with us. It's
Yes.
really cool when people send stuff to us. And we'll name check you as we did tonight. So, all right. So please go to us on Facebook. That's at Epic Threads Podcast. Check us out on Twitter if that's your jam. That's at Threads Epic. And then email us like Dan did at info@epicthreadspodcast.com. And if you like us, please use the Epic Threads Podcast when you're sharing it, and review us wherever you get your fine podcasts, like on iTunes. It really helps if we get reviews.
Yeah, send it to your friends. Have them write to us with some of their threads. We've all seen them.
That's right. Yeah.
We all know and laugh out loud.
That's
so
right.
let us know about them, and we'll share them on air with the world.
All right. What did we learn today?
Oh, I did learn something.
Did you?
I did. I thought about it this
Okay,
time.
good. Thanks. Right.
All right. So I learned that when you have a hobby, like knitting, that becomes a phenomenon, you don't have to take a great picture. Sam Barsky's pictures are not the best.
Yes.
Sometimes his eyes are closed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He doesn't have a smile on his face. He's not looking at the camera. So you can still be a phenom and just take pictures and be who you are.
That's right.
And so that's what I love about that guy.
I like it. I've told people for years never to look at the comments, right? And now I'm doing a podcast show about comments, which is ironic. But I like the fact that a comment thread that starts negative, that starts can come around, and people can show you a different angle on this. And I love that those folks from Texas jumped in there and gave some context to that the statues. The other thing I want to tell you is, guess where our friend from the county mugshot is from?
Where?
Florida.
What a surprise. Do you think oh no, that's not where the shark was stolen from. That was Texas.
It was Texas. We've got a theme. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for sharing your time with us. We're going to try to do this on the regular, maybe every couple of weeks. So thanks for showing up.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. This was fun. Here, and you want to do a guitar at your house, like we can collaborate.
Yeah.
Like Google Docs, how everybody can be
cool.
on one thing.
Tricky 1, 2. I'm doing a mic check right now too.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
You
What are
didn't say
you going to put at the end?
I don't know. Yeah, we gotta have that stuff.